Thanks for watching my video. This is Surprise Comics. Matt coming at you with another haul. This haul is going to be my Black Friday haul. The comic shops around me, we're having some phenomenal deals. I got all these comics right here. You can see it on Black Friday. Most of them I didn't pay much more than $1 for. So I'll show you the ones I spent a little extra on, then we'll go into the haul of dollar books. I'm not going to show you every comic because most of them aren't that important, just run fillers. You know, I know that the comic shops around me have those sales, so certain books I don't pick up month to month, but then when these sales come, I pick them all up. And then if there's issues that may be key in the future, if they're still on the shelves, I'll pick them up for $1 for an investment. But we're going to start off with Dark Knight 3. As people know, there's millions, well, not literally millions, but pretty darn close to it. Variants. This is the Phantom variant, and I don't know, I need to probably do a little more research on what Phantom is, but every Phantom variant just looks awesome. Of all the covers for Dark Knight 3, this is up there on my list, along with a couple other ones. I also got the Miss Marvel Phantom variant. I got both the sketch, and I paid $10 for the black and white and cover price for the color. I also ran in my comic shop on the comic shop, local comic shop day. I got myself another Dark Knight 3, the Master Race variant. I got the all different Avengers variant. And the Claus. I don't know if people are pronouncing it Klaus or Claus or whatever. Santa Claus, so I'm going to call it Claus. That's just an awesome. If you haven't picked this book up, I definitely highly recommend it. It's just a great, retelling of a way you've never imagined the story before. And so, yeah, I picked those up. They were all cover price on local comic shop day. I passed on the Black Mask box and been kicking myself for it, so I'll probably have to go back and hope they have some in stock still and pick one up. It was a little pricey though, so that's why I hesitated. My local comic shop also has their store. It's the Exceed exclusive. I guess it's their exclusive to their store. Rick and Morty #8, the holiday special or something. So I picked that up. I thought, why not? It's a support, none of my stores around here really get exclusives like that. So when they do, I figure I better pick it up to hope they get more in the future. I got this for $2 on Black Friday. It's half of the sticker price. They wanted 4 for it. So I thought 4 would have been a great deal, but 2 is even better. So I got East of West #1. People love this series. I don't know much about it, but I figured pick it up. Why not? My comic book shop had a midnight opening and door prizes and all that stuff. Of course, I didn't go at midnight. I got up pretty early Friday morning to hit all the deals. Got there, around 5 o'clock or so, because all the other comic shops were open. The other one I was going to was open at 6, the one at 9, so that way I could hit all 3 of those. And some of the door prizes, I got this for free. The San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Lando sketch, Scotty Young, Darth Vader black and white sketch, Darth Vader 7, and X-Men 92. I just love that this series existed. Growing up, that was my favorite show. I definitely looked forward to it every week. As long as it kept showing at the same time. So those are the comics I paid more for $1 for, and in case of these last 3 I got for free. The rest of the books I'm going to show you, I paid $1 each for. Now there's nothing super great. I didn't get any stills of deals, but I want to show a video still. I usually don't show more recent books in my videos, but I thought, why not this time since this is all I got. So we have Batman Endgame #1, or Director's Cut #1. It's Batman 40. And every time they come out with these Director's Cuts, I want to get them so bad because I love looking at the sketches and the outline and stuff because, I see how they actually write them and stuff and see how they come up with the stories. But they always have a pretty stiff price tag on them. So the $5.99 price tag, but I was able to get it for $1. Heck yes, every day. So I got the Robin special, Batman Arkham Knight. Whenever they have dollar deals or dollar boxes, I try to pick up these books. I don't normally buy them off the rack because, I can only afford so many. So I picked that one up to try to start filling in some holes in my run on that. I got a few issues of it, but not all of them. This one I couldn't believe was in there. I got the Batman Arkham Knight Genesis #1. This is the Jim Lee variant. I think it was like a 1 in 10 variant, but if you look on eBay, it does go for a little bit more than cover price. I think it goes like 10 bucks, 12 bucks. I'm not sure. I haven't checked for a while. Got this regular cover Batman Arkham Knight Genesis. This is the most recent issue, #4. I thought the Harley Quinn cover, and you know you can never go wrong picking up a Harley Quinn cover, right? So that's my second copy of that one. I picked up another copy of Batman Europa. I wish I'd have realized when I was picking that up a week ago I could get it this week for $1, but hey, why not have two? You know, now instead of paying, what was it, $5 for one, I paid $6 for two, so that's even better. I can see it that way. I got Black Magic #1. I passed on this when it came out. Glad I was able to get it this time. I got the Scotty Young variant of Chewbacca #1. I already had the normal variant and the action figure variant, and I also was able to pick 2, 3, and 4 up for $1 a piece. So I'm up to current with the Chewbacca series, so now I can, you know, I'll probably wait till 5 comes out and pick that one up, and then I'll give it a read. I got Contest Champions action figure variant. I'm a sucker for action figure variants. Every time I see one, I want to get it. I want to, you know, I think they're awesome. I don't know if I think they're going to be worth something someday. Probably not, but you know, why not? Cyborg #1, $4. Got another copy of Dark Knight 3, The Master Race. This is a standard regular cover, and again, that's an awesome cover. There's so many covers for this, and all of them are just like pretty amazing. It is tempting to try to collect them all, but you know, then you got 1 in 500, 1 in 100 variants, and trying to collect them all is impossible. So I can just try to collect the ones I like, but you want to be completionist. So I just pick up a few and call it good, and not worry about trying to get them all, because that, you know, you get going down that rabbit hole, and all of a sudden you're paying, you know, $100 for a book that came out last week, and it just doesn't make any sense. Get another stack going. Got DC Bombshells #4, again, another Harley Quinn cover, and it's, you know, I'm not even like the biggest Harley Quinn fan, but I guess, like, you know, I watch everyone else's videos, and they're all into Harley Quinn. I see the Harley Quinn covers, and I guess I just think they're popular, and I better pick it up because they may be hard to get later on if I decide I want them. So, you know, I went ahead and picked this one up. I got Deadpool #1 variant with a, I don't know what this was, if they're supposed to be making fun of those, in the #40 issues in DC, they did those Twix ads where they did half pages. And man, I don't mind ads because I just flip right by them, but when they break up a page into 2 and do it like that, it's just wrong. It's not fair to the writers, it's not fair to the artists to do that to them, to mess up their pages like that. And I hope they don't go back to doing that again, and show a little more respect for the creative teams that are making these books, because that's just, I thought that was pretty messed up that they did that to them. I got Deadpool #1. You know, why not? I got 2 different variants of Deadpool Secret Wars, and I actually picked up 2, 3, and 4, so I got the whole run for $1 a piece. So it's, you know, not a bad way to pick them up. I already had a couple copies of the #2 variant. Obviously, none of them were there, but you know, I was glad I got those earlier on. You know, they did the same sale on 4th of July at one of the stores, and on that day I picked up like 5 copies of that Winpool variant for $1 each. So that was pretty awesome. So it's like, I was looking forward to this sale coming on again. I got the Doctor Strange action figure variant. I think I picked up a normal cover too for that. I got the Extraordinary X-Men #1 Phantom variant. Fight Club #1. It's the drug variant or the pill variant. Yeah, Fight Club #1 starting to pick up a little bit of heat. The price is going up a bit on that. This one I was super excited to get for $1. Grodd 23.1, or Grodd, I don't know why you just call them Grodd. Grodd 23.1, and this actually completes my Flash run from 0 up to, I guess it was 41 at the time, but I was able to pick up a couple other copies. Like I picked up Flash 43, so I think I'm missing just like 42 or something for the entire run after going through that place. I'm missing annuals 1 and 2. I got annual 3, but not. And I also was able to pick annual 4. And this book's picking up a little heat. People are saying to pick it up before the prices jump too much on it. You can see on the cover it says the Acolytes of Zoom, and you can see these, you know, it looks like 5 different characters. I guess it's all their first appearances, and they may become bigger characters appearing on the TV show and stuff like that going forward. So, you know, this is, if you can still find this for cover price or cheaper, definitely pick it up for spec, because you may regret it later if these characters get popular with all their first appearances in there. I got Green Arrow 43, the Bombshell variant with Black Canary on there. I picked up 3 different copies of Hercules #1. I got the Scotty Young variant. Again, another action figure variant. You know, they did those ones that are like the old style, then they got the Marvel Legends style with these ones, which were pretty cool. And I got the regular cover of Hercules #1. Picked up a copy of Howard the Duck #1, you know, for $1. Why not? The first full appearance of Gwenpool. Illuminati #1. Don't know much about that, but figured why not. Got 2 different copies of Justice League 44. I got the normal copy, then I got the Green Arrow copy, or not Green Arrow, Green Lantern tribute cover. This is the death of Darkseid. So I have a feeling before the Darkseid War is over that we may see Darkseid back, so I wouldn't get too excited picking that up, but you know, $1 a piece, no problem on that. Justice League 45, and you know, after Darkseid died, you know, sorry about the spoilers for people who haven't read it, but you know, that's what happened. Sorry. After Darkseid died, a couple new characters were created from his death, and this is their first appearances. Like, you know, Flash merges with Death, and Shazam gains new powers, and they all got their own one-shots. And I picked up a few of their one-shots that came out of that, which is nice. I didn't really want to pick up 5 extra comics last month, but crossed my finger that I'd be able to pick them up on this sale day. Picked up Star Wars Kanan #1, not just one, but I picked up everything up to current. I think it was #8 was the most recent issue, so I got the whole run. You know, again, there's like, I love these Star Wars comics, and I've been watching Star Wars Rebels. If you haven't seen Star Wars Rebels, definitely, you know, try to get caught up. I think the Disney XD app or website, wherever, has all the episodes up to date. And, you know, if you have cable, you can access it for free. And it's just a great watch. You know, I look forward to seeing each episode. You know, it's a fun watch. And one of the comic shops I have like all these comic shops, they don't have like great back issue selections. And this one, every once in a while, you'll find some stuff from, you know, better than a $1 box comic. And I picked up this one for $1. Teen Titans #16. And this is the first appearance of Captain Carrot and his zoo crew. And, you know, I got that. It's beat up pretty bad, but for $1, why not? Another popular comic, got Paper Girls #1 for $1. Rick and Morty #1. This is the 4th printing, I think. And I was like, I watched Rick and Morty first season on Hulu a couple months ago. And Dan Harmon's just a hilarious guy. Community, if you haven't seen that show, is just one of the funniest shows of the last 10 years. And Rick and Morty is just messed up, but it is funny. And you'll have a good time watching it. And I was like looking at the comics. I'm like, I don't really want to pick up comics based off of a cartoon. And I'll stick to my DC and Marvel and Image comics I've been reading. And I started looking into it a little more. And I saw that there was like this 4th printing come out. And I go on eBay, and the first printing's going like $30 to $40. You know, people love this stuff. And, you know, I wish I had been sleeping on it or dismissed it so quickly. I wish I'd been picking up from the beginning. But, you know, 4th printing for $1. At least I'll get to read it now. Got Ringside #1. That one came out last week. Don't know much about it, but probably would have picked it up had I gone on Wednesday, so I figured I better pick it up for $1. I don't know much about the Secret Wars. You know, it seems like a big mess, and they're not releasing them on time. And you know, this is this is the third printing of #1, but for $1, I just wanted to read the story, see what's going on. You know, now it's up to 1 of 9. A lot of the others should say 1 of 8. And so I picked up 1 through 7. I think that's got me current. 8 and 9 haven't come out yet, as far as I know. But this way I can at least catch up, see what's going on in the Marvel Universe. And, you know, I wasn't going to be paying $5 a pop for these ones, but for $1 each, I figured might as well read those. This book kind of got, you know, I passed on this the first week when it came out, and it was crazy. I couldn't find it anywhere, like after the second week, because I decided, no, I probably should have gotten that one, and it was gone. And then out of nowhere, all of a sudden it shows up at this comic book day, or this comic book shop on Black Friday Dollar Day, so I got it for $1. I was way excited about that. I also picked up the Phil Coulson action figure variant, and I also got Cavalry action figure variant, you know, with all her different, you know, karate action hands or kung fu or whatever she does all in there, and you can build a Deathlock. You know, it's kind of cool. It's, you know, I just get a big kick out of this stuff. Got Silk #1 for $1. You know, and most of the comic shops, like there's 3 different shops I went to. 2 of them, if it was released this week, off limits, regular cover price, no deals on that. But one comic shop said from 6 to 8 o'clock in the morning, if you're willing to get up that early to come out, everything, you know, 6 months to now, $1. So I made sure I got to that shop right when it opened at 6, and I got that for $1. I also picked up a Spider-Gwen Zero for $1. And I also got a Spider-Gwen 1 regular cover. I got the Scotty Young cover for $1, the action figure variant for $1, and the hip hop variant for $1. So yeah, I was pretty excited to get the hip hop variant. Those, you know, people, you know, I know stores had to jump through hoops to get them, had to order so many and match certain things, and it sounded like a big pain in the butt and making people work way too hard. But I wasn't ever going to pay more than cover price for any of these hip hop variants. So I'm glad I was able to get this one for $1. I just got a few more to go through and then we'll be done. Spider-Woman #1 action figure variant. I think I picked up the regular Spider-Woman #1. I love it. You know, this is just so, like, to see the big pregnant belly on there. You know, on an action hero, superhero comic, it's just so weird. And, you know, it's pretty cool to get, you know, I was glad to grab that for $1. I think that's one of those books that's kind of, you know, people will put it out at shows and stuff just because it's going to catch people's eyes that don't know about or haven't seen it before, to see, you know, a big pregnant superhero on the cover of a book. New Suicide Squad #12. I picked up, you know, a few of these to kind of fill in my run. Thought this cover is pretty awesome with the Harley cover, all these dead bodies. She's just like kind of, you know something's gone really wrong when Harley Quinn looks disturbed. And so I think that's what I like about this cover, is because, like, she's kind of grossed out and disturbed. And if that makes something made Harley Quinn feel that way, you know something messed up happened. So I'm going to have to read these and figure out what's going on. I also got the #14, the Looney Tunes variants. And that, people have gotten all excited for the Looney Tunes variants. And a lot of people grew up watching Looney Tunes and love Looney Tunes. And I just don't really care about Looney Tunes very much, to be perfectly honest. You know, I loved watching cartoons as a kid, but, you know, I never thought they were that funny or that great even as a kid. And so when these came out, I wasn't really too excited. But, you know, for that, they didn't have the regular cover. They had this one. So I'm just looking to have a full run of New Suicide Squad. I'm not really caring about what cover I got when it comes to that comic. You know, comics I really care about, that I want to have the full run. I want to make sure I get the actual real cover for everything. Just, that's how I like to complete my sets. Other ones, if I can get the variant for cheaper than the regular cover, I'm going to get the variant. This is probably the only Looney Tunes cover that I actually kind of was into, because I love that old Neil Adams Superman vs. Muhammad Ali Treasury comic. And just to see the homage to that, and then we got Green Lantern and Batman and Wonder Woman in the audience down there, and you can see a bunch of different DC heroes back there. So I went ahead and went for that one. Got Titans Hunt #1. Yeah, I'm a huge DC guy. I love reading my DC. That's what I'm really into. I read Marvel kind of on the peripheral. You know, I love the Star Wars. Is probably the main thing I'm reading for Marvel right now. So, you know, I'll pick up Marvel when there's like a #1 or a key issue or something that people say, hey, you better pick that one up. I'll get them just for that. But, you know, I'm not terribly into Marvel right now. But, you know, DC I'm way into. And then they came out with Convergence a few months back. And, oh, man, that was awful. And so now they're kind of having these series that are like spun off of Convergence. And, you know, I saw Titans Hunt coming out, and I'm like, I don't know if I even want to mess with anything that had anything to do with Convergence. Luckily, I got this for $1. I also got #2 for $1. So, you know, I'm not paying anything more than $1 for anything to do with Convergence. Even that's kind of stretching it. So, got Mighty Thor #1. And this cover for this issue is just a beautiful cover. It's fold out. It's just an awesome, awesome cover. Definitely makes it worthwhile picking up. And super excited. You know, it's like they have all these variants and stuff that are really popular. But this one, just with like her whole world around here, is just pretty awesome. I also got the cosplay variant for $1 and the hip hop variant for $1. And it's got a few more. I'm going to speed through these ones real quick so I can end this video, because this is probably one of my longest videos yet, and I don't want to bore you guys too much. If you're still with me, thanks for watching. Uncanny X-Men. I got, again, sucker for the action figure covers. I got the 3 of those, you know, when those came out for $6 a piece. And there's no way I was paying that. But, you know, $1 day, heck yes. Venom Space Knight. Action figure and regular cover. I'm not too sure about this whole Space Knight thing, but I'll try it out for $1. And then we'll end with all new Wolverine #1. And so, you know, I got a lot of books really cheap. You know, a lot of things I didn't even show you. You can see, here's my box. Still full of plenty of comics I didn't even get a chance to show you because, you know, I'm already over 20 minutes. And I'm not going to bore you showing you some more of these just common books and stuff. But I was able to finish some other runs off, and, you know, big shout out to my comic book shops here in the Phoenix area. If you're never in the Phoenix area, you know, they're not the greatest books to go digging for back issues, but man, there's some great people running these shops. Just you know, hang out and talk to some people. You know, there's great places to go, great people. And, you know, if you're over in the Phoenix area, the shops, you know, we got Samurai Comics. I go to the one on the west side. Jesse James Comics, and then my favorite shop. They're always hooking you up. They always have great deals, the best deals in town on new issues. They give you free variants every week if you buy so many issues. Drawn to Comics in downtown Glendale. It's just awesome. So if you're ever in the Phoenix area, those are the shops. You know, if you're looking for back issues, there's other ones that might be better for that. But just to go to cool shops and meet cool people, those are the places to go. So that's it for my video. Thanks for sticking around and watching it. And everyone have a good time.